Welcome to Odin's Brews. Today we're going to try the Summer Ale Pack from New Belgium. So we're going to start with this New Belgium passion fruit. Now when we pour a beer, we're looking for a good dark color. That tells us there's a lot of bulk to the beer. This is kind of a little watery. Shouldn't really be able to see right through it. I could actually use this as a looking glass. That's I've had lemonade that was thicker than this. But all right, well, bottoms up. You can definitely tell that it's an IPA. It's got that bitter hops type flavor. I taste a little bit of passion fruit, but I kind of mostly taste sugar in it. And when it comes to fruiting ale, you know, you really, when you start tasting the sugar more than the fruit, you know that they didn't take a lot of care in the brewing, unfortunately. Overall, it's not terrible. I mean, I can see on a hot summer day sitting in a hammock having maybe one of these two and then switching to a real ale, but overall it's kind of weak. The last test that we always want to do with a beer is a chug-a-bill. You know, I mean, sitting around with all your friends and all of a sudden passing insults. One of you got to man up. And that's when you need a good beer by your side that's easy to chug and isn't going to leave you feeling like your stomach's going to explode. Chuggability, it's smooth, but it's also watery. So what do you expect? Leaves an alright burp bubble, kind of. Overall, I'm not really impressed with this one. I'm going to give this one a Dixie cup. It's definitely not horn-worthy. Next up in the line is Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze. And this is another IPA. I believe this entire lineup is IPA. Yep. Which means bitter beer face! I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember those old commercials. He's got bitter beer face. Now this one looks a lot thicker. A lot of material in the beer. Now there we go. That's what we're looking for in an ale. I shouldn't be able to put my eye up against it and look at it like I'm looking out across the seas. It should look like I'm trying to see under murky water. That's when you know you've got a good ale. It's good for an IPA. It's a lot mellower. Definitely not bitter. Not like a lot of them. It's hopsy, but juicy. Yeah, juicy is a good word for it. You know, this one is really good. I would definitely drink this again. Of course, you know, check out our chuggability test. Oh yeah, see, that's smooth. This is something I could drink at a party. This is something I could drink relaxing on my front porch. Definitely horn worthy with this one. Very good job, New Belgium. So next up we have Citradelic Tangerine IPA. Try not to get as heavy a head as we had last time. So again, you know, one of the first things we're looking at is how clear it is. And this is kind of, again, like the passion fruit. It's pretty weak looking. Not a lot of substance to this. It's got a nice amber color to it, which I do like. Bottoms up. Oh, there's that bitter beer face. Whew. It's like I took the dirty peels of tangerines that I found on the ground and I put them into my distiller. It's oh, and it doesn't get any better. Oh. Oof. It's not as bad as the passion fruit was, but that is some seriously bitter ale. It's probably the hops mixing with the sourness of the tangerine that I'm tasting the most, and that's why it's giving me that horrible bitter flavor. But I really think that New Belgium should have taken a moment, drank this. Well, I can't say that. I know a lot of guys that would love this ale. They really would. It's just, this is not for me. This is very bitter. It's got a lot of carbonation, so when you chug it, it really makes your stomach feel like you've got a big old baseball just sitting there hitting you in the gut. I wouldn't say as bad as Dixie Cup level, but I would say this is definitely Mason jar. It's not horn worthy. So last up, we have Mural. Agua Fresca Cerveza. And this is a mix of watermelon, lime, hibiscus, and agave. I'm actually really worried about this beer because I've had a lot of other agave ales that really... I like tequila, but agave doesn't really belong in beer, unfortunately. But, hey, maybe this will surprise us. Maybe the watermelon and the lime will overpower the agave, and we'll end up with a very refreshing ale. I can already tell just by the color of the foam that this is going to be pink, which is... my old man used to say, no glass, no class. And it was something that kind of, it's not quite pink. All right, it's not pink. It's more red. It's definitely thicker than the citrus, the tangerine one was. It does actually look like a pretty good ale. Oh! Oh! What the? Oh, what is that? Oh. No. No. What is this? I like a lot of your beers, New Belgium. I've had a lot of your ales, and they're wonderful. I couldn't classify this as an ale. This is like a malt liquor, like a Zima. I think they call it a malt liquor, a Zima. Now, I can't even, I want to do a chuggability test on this because who knows, there's probably that guy out there that, no judgment, but he drinks like this. And he might think that this is delicious. The biggest thing I taste is kind of a flat agave taste. It's not even like a pow, punch you in your mouth. It's just flat. I don't... Oh, God. Yeah, I don't taste the watermelon. I can kind of catch a very tiny hint of lime, but it's like like when grandma would make lemonade for the kids, you know when she doubled down on the water. You kind of taste it. It's there, but it's not the greatest, Honestly, this doesn't even get Dixie Cup. Like, this right here goes out to the goddess Hel. May she serve this to her legions before they march in Ragnarok. May they walk into battle with this in their stomachs. Cursed is this ale. Definitely not horn-worthy. So, out of the summer ales that the New Belgium has added to their variety pack, I definitely want to say this Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze, go out and try it. It's really good. Hopefully you can find it alone, because this pack really sucked in a lot of ways. Unless you are into, the really seriously bitter shit. But good job, New Belgium, on Voodoo Ranger. The rest of it, maybe you might want to go back to the drawing board. Maybe. I'm Odin, and for more of this kind of content, just click the subscribe button below. If you're really interested to catch some of these videos the minute I upload them, hit that little bell. Otherwise, have a great day. Hail to the Vanya and the Aesir, my sons and daughters in Asgard. Truly, a beer has come forth worthy of my troops in Valhalla. Hail to New Belgium for their Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA. Ah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.